Well, here we are, 2/3 of a death triangle again. And what's up, wrestling fans? We got a huge show planned for you. We will hopefully be joined by Grandma shortly, and if not, I just hope she's okay. In the meantime, everybody sit back, relax, raise those glasses, and park those asses because the very brand spanking new live episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk starts right about
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Damn it, that's the wrong one. How about now?
Sam is here.
Who's here?
Sam is here.
Yeah.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Sauntering, maitre d' staying flabbergasted. Her ass about the size of an infant's casket.
That is a large ass. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 show in Stamford, Connecticut, Jacksonville, Florida, North Carolina, parts unknown, and the undead realm. Welcome to Top Rope Wrestling Talk. Y'all got to know me by now, okay? I am the producer. I am the soundboard, by God, extraordinaire. And I got that right. At least something's coming out. I am the jack of all trades, the master of absolutely none. Your friendly neighborhood psycho, the one and only D.O.L. Although I guess in this situation, we're still sitting here like, mash up. But whatever. Let's fucking go. And of course, what would an episode of Top Rope be without the founder of Top Rope Wrestling Talk? We've always got to have some kind of big deal, and this is what we're stuck with. He is the biggest MJF mark you will ever fucking meet.
It's a work.
The man is the salt of the earth of podcasting. He is the high class one, the one with the majestic beard and the Burberry scarf. He is Bruce. Speaking of you, one more time.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do. Good God.
Okay, hang on. Time out, because now we are joined by the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk.
Finally.
She is the whole ass vibe. Everyone's favorite War Daddy stalker, Latina Heat herself, Grandma Wendy. I miss this shit.
Hey.
What's up, Mamacita?
I missed your faces. How are you guys?
Who's the new guy?
Too.
One new guy.
Who's the new guy?
One new guy.
The new guy at the bottom of the screen.
Oh.
You don't recognize him?
Fuck up, Bruce. Fucking asshole.
You don't recognize him?
Fucking confused me for a hot ass minute. I'm like, the hell is he talking about? Is there a ghost in my room? What the hell's happening? Like, I know I have like the ghost of my cat haunting me, and now a chipmunk. I'm like, is there someone else? Jesus.
A chipmunk? Okay, I don't know. We're gonna derail right out of the intros that we talked about.
Right out the gate. Right, I just wanted to get the first one out of the way. Ding, ding, ding. Derail #1.
Done.
There it was.
We
Right
did it.
there.
There it
It
is.
happened.
There it went.
So jumping into what was an actually very exciting week of wrestling. You know, we're gonna kick it off. I guess we're gonna talk about Seth Rollins taking shots at AEW and Cody Rhodes. Oh my God, I should have saved this, but we're gonna go totally
you
out
should
of.
have, but I'm glad you went there.
We're gonna go.
We're just jumping in.
We're gonna. I'm totally
Do
just
it,
gonna
Brizzy.
move the
diving in
rundown
balls deep.
around a little bit. So Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw cut a promo on Cody Rhodes saying you and your little friends tried to destroy what I've built, and basically said you may have broken a throne, but I did it a long time ago. Something along those lines.
You know what he said? He said you and your friends tried to break the throne that I helped build.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That shit.
Damn.
That shit was fucking epic. What's up, Big
What up,
Mike?
Mike?
That was some solid ass shit.
Oh my God, that promo! I was waiting. Been waiting because Seth said a few things about AEW in the past, and he's been in this thing with Cody for a while now, but he's never mentioned it until right then.
Sure.
So here's my thing. Here's what I want. I want to get from you guys. So the whole time that Cody was in AEW, he was the one taking a lot of the shots at WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And everyone was saying all AEW does is talk about WWE, blah, 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 blah. Well, now that Cody Rhodes is in WWE, Seth Rollins is talking about AEW on WWE television.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess in a way, is it kind of like Cody's still helping AEW when he's in WWE by saying, hey, use this shit? Because it's still about AEW and AEW is still getting out there.
I mean, a little.
Because
a lot of people watching Raw that
a lot of people say every time AEW bashes WWE, it just gives WWE more publicity to their fans.
That's true. That's true.
And plus, a lot of people say it's one-sided, and I say, look at Raw. I think I brought that up before on the show. Like, promotions bash each other all the fucking time. It's happened throughout the history of wrestling, not just now, throughout the ages. And maybe one does it more than the other, but they all fucking do it. And if somebody's sitting there on Raw mentioning even where he came from, and there are fans tuned into Raw who don't know where the fuck Cody was, because there are those people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they look it up, and then maybe they watch Dynamite, and they're like, holy shit, CM Punk's here? He's got a title? And now they're in.
Yeah. I mean, even if they're not in, even if they're just like watching it to talk shit about it, you're still watching it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I
know I'm reading and trying not to laugh too. Right? Forget AEW, WWE, or anything else. We got to go back to the intro video because someone needs to explain something to me. How the insert expletive here did Dom go from 173-0 when he's built like Goldberg's crap?
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Grandma. You read my mind. Shut the fuck up, Chris. I'm built better than you, goddammit.
So, Wendy, what's your take on Seth taking these shots at AEW on Monday Night Raw?
Well, caught me mid-bite there.
It happens.
I mean, of course it's gonna happen. All I do is fucking eat, right?
I didn't say it. You did.
I mean, it's true though. I'm not wrong.
I can neither confirm nor deny those accusations.
I'm just speaking the truth. I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it kind of, it makes me laugh a little bit that he spent all this time being like, fuck you and the clique you claim. And then he's out here like, I'm gonna claim this clique too. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Make it make sense, Cody. Make it make sense.
It's like the old Richard Pryor comedy line, like, I was in 5 gangs, whoever was winning.
Exactly. But then
that's Cody.
Like, then to have Seth Rollins being like, yo, fuck the clique you came from. Like, it is kind of funny. I mean, it does kind of benefit AEW to a degree, and it helps drive the storyline, I guess. I don't know. It just fucking makes me laugh.
I feel like they helped one another this week, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's almost like a weird, like, parasitic, beneficial relationship where they don't like each other.
Symbiotic kind of.
Yeah, like a weird parasitic symbiotic thing where they don't like each other and they're gonna talk trash about each other, but it's gonna make people tune in. You know, I mean, it's gonna be like, oh shit, Seth's talking shit about AEW. I mean, let me see what he got to say.
I'm not saying that AEW is this small, but it's the only thing I can compare it to. If you ever watch Shark Week and you see the big great white coming by, you know that little fish that hangs out underneath it and catches all the scraps? I feel like that's WWE and AEW. And even if that little fish don't like that fucking big shark, they're like, yeah, I guess I gotta stay here.
It definitely feels like two parasites just taking care of each other. It's fucking weird.
It's weird. It's very weird.
And I say parasites because like the diehard smarks or like the shit eaters are just eating this up in such a bad way and just like really extra hyping it up. Like they're the ones opening up this forbidden door by like trash talking everything and everybody, and like
they pour more
in.
gas. They pour more gas on this fire than Eddie Kingston was throwing around at Double or Nothing. No lie. No lie.
It's got people tuning into both shows because it's like, well, what's he gonna say this week? And then it's like, well, what's happening on AEW? You know.
No, I hear you. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Mike's comment.
I
just saw.
Sheamus, the neckbreaker, and Dunn are called the Brawling Brutes. Oh, Moses, smell the rose.
Yeah.
God have mercy.
Fuck. I'm okay.
Here's. I think the only reason, and it's the only reason I could think of for Seth to actually go there is because this is a rematch of a rematch
of a rematch
from
or
WrestleMania of a match. So like this match has literally happened since WrestleMania. We've been seeing this same match. They had to find some other way to hype this matchup to be what it's. You know what
it is? They had to take it to
it's three matches in a row at 3 pay-per-views, and it doesn't need to be done.
But you know
it
what
doesn't
it is,
need to happen.
They had to take this one to another level. So they added the cell, and then at least I think, because we've heard him talk about this promotion before, they kind of let Seth express a little bit more of how he really feels.
Yeah.
Because he has said his fair share about AEW and how he thinks and feels about it, and none of it is really that good. So eventually they went, we got to up the stakes. Like, just go out there and don't give us a shoot, but give us some version of that. Give us like the PG version of what you really want to say. To just build that intensity, because we all know Hell in a Cell is intense as fuck. Like, that match is insane most of the time, unless it ends in a DQ. Also Seth Rollins.
Yeah, first ever.
See how I wrapped that in a pretty little bow?
I see that.
Bow with some barbed wire on it, maybe a little blood.
So,
and we haven't gotten this in forever. Grandma Wendy for president. Thank you, Nikki.
Yay.
Thank you. Good to see you in the chat, homie.
So in other news, because we're gonna get to another promo a little later on in the show, but it seems like the Bullet Club is building a roster of Impact stars. Chris Bay is already in the Bullet Club, and he's an Impact guy, and now at the Super Juniors tournament, Ace Austin is the newest member of the Bullet Club. Yes, I said that right. The X Division champion, Ace Austin, is in the Bullet Club now.
Yes.
So with that being said, and Jay White saying that the Bullet Club is coming pretty much at Double or Nothing, does that mean that we're going to have Impact stars on an AEW New Japan show? And is that going to continue the working relationship with AEW and Impact, and what are your guys' thoughts on this? Because this actually could, it could be a huge thing for Impact.
Yeah, it really could. I mean, they've had more of the Bullet Club presence over the last few months than most American promotions. I mean, they had the Good Brothers, the God and Jay and Hikuleo before. I think even before any of them came to AEW.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I thought Hikuleo wasn't in the Bullet Club no more because he was feuding with Jay White because he kicked out God.
I'm having trouble keeping track of it at this point. They add and subtract, like, Juice Robinson had come in a month
he's
or
another
so
one
ago.
Yeah, he
that's in
was
there
in for a
now.
while.
And obviously he's been in Impact a lot as well, traveling from New Japan and that sort of thing. So a lot of it is Impact based, but like I'm more worried that they're gonna turn themselves into like the end of WCW NWO, where just everybody's a fucking member.
But here's the thing: is they really.
And I love this. NXT is now forming the BB Club.
Not wrong.
I don't think they have as many members as we think. I just think it's because they've had so many members. Because remember, they just kicked out God and they kicked out Haku. There's 3 members right there.
Yeah.
And it looks like Hikuleo's on his way out the door.
On top of that, to your point, a lot of these Bullet Club members don't exactly travel.
No.
You don't see a lot of Bad Luck Fale anywhere else. You definitely don't get my man and his Pimp Club coming in anywhere else. You get a lot of these members that are like Japan only. So they try to build up their roster with either guys that are talented in the States or are willing to travel back and forth, like Juice Robinson, for example, so that they can get that presence without showing up with like 2 people.
Okay, I pulled up current Bullet Club members.
Oh boy.
Like 2022.
Here comes the list.
So here you go, in alphabetical order. We got Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, Chris Bay, Dick Togo.
Dick Togo. Who can forget Dick Togo?
I almost said Dick to go because that's how it's spelled.
If Dick Togo shows up at Forbidden Door, Wendy's gonna die laughing.
No, fucking die laughing. It'd be great.
Dick to go is at the Forbidden Door. You're welcome.
Dirty Doc Gallows, El Phantasmo, Evil, Ghetto, Hikuleo, Jay White, Juice Robinson, Carl Anderson, Kenta, Sho, Taiji Ishimori, and sorry, I really went Spanish with that one. Yujiro Takahashi.
Takahashi, yes.
I was like, Yuhiro. No.
Okay, well, yeah, they're getting borderline. They've got 18 members.
They've got some members, but at least they're not WCW.
Yeah, they're not
100
they're not all in
NWO
one
members,
place.
and they're
not
all
in
feuding
one
with
place.
Crow Sting level yet.
Honestly.
Mike, I need some dick to go.
He needs some dick to go in his Forbidden Door.
In his Forbidden Door.
I couldn't help myself. It was gonna make Wendy laugh.
God. So let's
bad, y'all.
talk a little bit about Double or Nothing. We're not
Yes, please.
we're not gonna cover the entire pay-per-view because
It's a recap.
we're gonna recap a few matches and some stuff that I thought were pretty key points. And I think you guys will appreciate the matches and stuff that I chose. So just because I want to get a reaction, possible fainting and heart palpitations, profuse sweating. So let's talk about MJF versus Wardlow to kick off the pay-per-view.
Oh, Mike, someone cares. Right here. Right here, someone cares. Okay.
Now,
it happened.
Now, again, I went out of order of how I wanted to do this, but I did it because it's for Wendy.
Do you, bruh?
Wendy, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this. That's why I went here. I'm not gonna kick this one off. I'm gonna let you bore low.
Of course, he would say that.
Ooh.
I'll be honest. I kind of wish it had been more of a match and less
Yes.
of a let's just crush him and be done with it. I don't know. It would have been more interesting to see an actual match because MJF can go in the ring. Like he's not about. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, he knows what he's fucking doing.
Hell yeah.
But for what we got, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't give it like, a 10 out of 10. I'd say like a 6 out of 10 maybe. It wasn't bad. It wasn't half bad, but it wasn't half good either. But that's it really. I do wish it had been more of a match and less of a I'm just gonna crush you.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I could, I go with that. But it was just like I will say with just to tease people, the way the match went kind of made what happened on Dynamite even better
Yeah. I will say that. I agree.
because it
We'll get to
added to
that
that
later.
frustration level in Max,
Mhm.
and it just boiled over. But I'll stop there. I mean, the match was not great. But I think I said the week before, like whether it's a 5-minute squash or a 15-minute like solid to great match,
Mhm.
Wardlow needs his fucking freedom, and he got
yeah.
it. And when they finally, because I thought it was going to happen at the pay-per-view, and from what I remember, it didn't. When they finally like played his music and everything on Dynamite, I thought, oh, good for him. I forgot that shit slapped. Okay.
Right.
This is wrong.
Right.
Fuck. That music shocked me. I was.
It needed to happen. I'm
Yeah.
with Wendy though. Here's the thing, like everything that happened, over the weekend with MJF not showing up, it seemed like a way to write him off of television, and that's the way I looked at it.
Yeah, it felt
That's-
that way.
That's
at the time.
that's
at the
how I
time,
felt at the time. They
Felt
were like,
that
I'm
way.
like, okay. They took him out on a stretcher. They put the fucking gas mask upside down. The fucking moron.
Made me laugh.
Right,
Like,
what was that?
Yeah, me too. It was their doctor.
That's a
Toxic.
bad doctor.
It was their physician, their doctor. He's the one that's always at ringside.
No
Yeah.
offense, Wendy, but they went to Mexico for that doctor. He doesn't even have a
Bruh.
degree.
Bruh, Mexican doctors would have been better.
Okay, fair point. Touche.
I don't know where they got this bootleg ass doctor, but I'm like, fam.
Mine was good. Hers was better. Move on.
Yeah.
Even the fucking EMT nurse who was like, I've drawn blood while in a moving van and had me like stuck me and had me like all over the place. Like even that guy
Right?
was better. Like I'm just saying.
So
True.
yeah,
Mhm.
for me in that moment of time, I totally what the hell was I gonna say? I totally thought that was Tony writing him off of TV
Mhm.
after everything
That's
that happened,
exactly what I thought.
so they could work everything out. And that's
Yeah.
where I stood. That's where I stood. That's my honest to God, and that's where I'm staying right now until later on in the show.
I mean, honestly, we talked about him. I thought this was like the equivalent of getting beaten out of the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Like we won't see them again until WWE. Shit.
So let's move on. Because I think we've got a lot more to speak on this down the road. So
We will, okay.
we'll wind up talking more about this match down the road in the show. Let's talk about the I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank.
That happens when you get old.
It really does.
That happens when you smoke weed. Let's be real.
Wow, you're not right.
He
I
went
know.
there. He went there.
I'm a
He did go
psycho.
there.
You
He
expect
did
me to
go
be
there.
right? I'm a psycho.
Oh, God damn it.
It's
God
like the
damn
old thing. I'm a snake. Like I'm a psycho. What did you expect?
I forgot the fucking matches. And I deleted my picture.
Well, we're going to talk about the world title. We're going to talk about
Yes.
maybe one of the debuts. We're going to.
Okay, now I remember where I was headed. Because
Okay, yeah.
I got it. I'm back on track now.
I
remember.
got you, bro. I
So
got you.
the match for me out of the whole card that had me there was because I mean the card was good. The card was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed the show. Besides the fact that it was so fucking long.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh yeah. Fucking-
Like,
But I
like
mean,
we're past
I
midnight. I'm like, wrap
I
this
hate to say
shit
this,
up,
but,
B.
like I legitimately understand the whys of it though. Like if they only have
Yes.
quarterly pay-per-views. So
Yeah,
I get it. I was
yes.
actually thinking about this today earlier at work when I should have been thinking about work.
But that's
Um,
what. Oh, go ahead, Wendy. Sorry.
Oh no, like I totally get why they would do long pay-per-views. Like theirs are quarterly. And I understand why WWE would do certain pay-per-views long, like WrestleMania. That's their big
Mhm.
show, the big shows. Like the little ones like Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, 2 hours max. No one gives a shit about that. But big shows like this, like something that's quarterly, something that's big and once a year that almost never gets seen, make them big. Make them like fucking 4 hours. I'm gonna fuck. I'll watch it.
No, so I was gonna say this was the first AEW pay-per-view, maybe ever, that I thought, man, this shit is going on forever. Because usually it's like match, moment, debut, and you look up and it's midnight, and you're like, wow, really? And this one, I'm watching the world title match live. It's past midnight, and they didn't even start at midnight. They were doing like the recap, the shit we
Mhm.
saw, the buy-in, the shit they put on TV, and I'm just like, okay, we get it. If you don't know at midnight why Hangman and Adam Page are fighting, you probably shouldn't be watching this. Let's go.
Well, here's the thing, and I can't. There's no fact behind this, but it was reported that Tony actually paid for an extra hour just so Martha Hart could have enough time to say everything she wanted to say.
Yes.
No, I had
So
no
he had-
problem
he-
with that part, by the way. That was beautiful.
But she didn't. Well, she didn't run. Her segment didn't run as long as I think he thought it might.
Mhm.
It didn't. So he had a bunch of extra time to fill that he had already paid for. I think it was one of those things where it was like, if you don't use it, tough shit.
Use it or lose it.
Exactly.
I
We're keeping the money.
But fuck. After a while, like Martha's moment, oh my god, that speech she gave and as happy as she looked, I was sitting there like, am I crying? I am.
So but yeah, back to
we
the
gotta
match.
we gotta all
to
wear
the-
some kind of hat for the double
Kind
or
of crazy
nothing
at
show
Sunday
next
church
year.
hats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to give like Martha some love, we gotta come on like
Yes.
headphones and all with a fucking hat.
Oh my
like
God,
crazy.
The match that really impressed me that I think I enjoyed. It was probably one of my top 2 matches on the card, which was the trios match.
Yes.
Which was the trios match between the House of Black
Oh,
and Death Triangle. Like
Oh.
Yes.
that
100%,
match,
yes.
it finally brought a story full circle along with
Uh.
finishing a fucking rivalry.
Yeah.
But at the same
I
time,
hope.
kind of kept it going with Julia Hart spitting the mist in
yeah.
Pac's eyes.
which finally
So
happened.
excited.
Finally,
Talk about
Here's-
long-term storytelling, y'all. Like that
It's like,
shit.
Here's
8 years later.
Right? I was like, bruh.
what up, what up, Devin?
Felt like
Here's-
a
Tribal
DVD
Chief.
episode.
Here's the thing that I'm noticing. So, God rest Brody Lee,
Yeah.
Julia Hart is going to be what Anna Jay would have been if Brody didn't pass away and the Dark Order was still around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fair
and,
enough.
And look at who she has to train her. Malachi Black, Brody King,
Bruh.
King.
Buddy Matthews. Julia Hart is only
She's set.
20 years
set.
old.
The bitch is
Yeah.
set.
20 years old. She can't even legally drink. And look who
Uh-huh.
her mentors are right now.
Yeah, exactly.
She is going to be just fine in the future.
And just side note, Brody King might be the first person to try to do a cannonball over the top, hit the apron on the way down, and I was concerned about the apron.
Right? Oh my god.
He is like the Chuck Norris of pro wrestling. Like, thankfully, the apron was okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But that
Brody,
match-
maybe you shouldn't do that again, homie. I'm just
It
saying.
was, There was a moment where Brody was facing off against Pac. Pac is 5'9". Okay,
Yes.
my husband's 5'9". So to me, at 5 feet, 5'9" is a lot. All right, that's
Yeah.
9 more than what I have. But seeing him up against Pac, I was like, this motherfucker is huge.
Yeah.
Like
It's kind of like when Wendy stands next to me. No.
like, bro, he is built like a whole. He's not a brick shit house. He's a whole ass brick building. Like
Yes.
this motherfucker is like fucking huge as fuck. I was like, who gave him permission to be this fucking ginormous? What is all of this? He's not allowed to stand next to me.
Brody does not need your permission.
I'm gonna need him to sit down. If he stands next to me, I'm gonna need him to sit down because that's too much. That's too much.
Right? Can you take a knee, homie? I can't see you.
I can't
Brody!
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear that?
Down here!
If you stop and actually break that match down, it literally had everything.
It really
It
Absolutely.
had high flying lucha style,
Uh-huh.
it had strong style, hard hitting, and then it had the technical wrestling.
Mhm.
That match
It
literally
even had like
had
ground and
everything.
pound. I was like,
And
oh,
it had the psychology in it.
yes.
When you had Penta and friggin' Malachi in the ring at the beginning of the match, and Phoenix is sitting there, and he gets down in Indian style, and then
Yeah, he
Black
does the whole
sits down,
Malachi.
and then Black
sits
sits
in it.
down. The place went fucking nuts.
Crazy.
Like,
It was insane.
oh my god.
It was,
So-
and maybe this will continue, but it was the perfect way to wrap this up.
Yeah.
And
It
these
really
six
was.
people, these six
Mhm.
people put on a show.
It was
Yes.
damn good.
Like damn near stole the night.
Up to that point.
So we got a pretty big debut. I didn't I had a feeling at some point she would show up.
Oh,
But I didn't think it would be like in a permanent role. I wanted a permanent role, and that's what I got. So I'm pretty stoked. But Athena has
Mhm.
arrived
Yes.
in AEW.
oh God, man, my wife pulled a Ned Flanders for that shit when she came out. Just
Yes. Shout out to my man Ivan for that.
oh
Ned
my
Flanders.
God! Shout out to Professor X, our devious
Yes.
brother. We love you, but oh my God, she really did. Like she loves Athena. She has since before NXT, and God damn, was she excited to see her?
I bet she was hyped.
Oh my
I
God!
lost my shit when Uncle Stokely came out. That's when I was like,
Me too.
Oh, yes!
Uncle fucking Stokely.
Motherfucking Stokely.
And here's the thing, that motherfucker put that video out and had all three of us convinced that he was done.
We were
with
defending
wrestling.
him.
Yep.
We were
defending him.
Right.
Like he
to the
said,
cheeks.
he's fucking retired. Leave him alone. And then this
Then he's like,
motherfucker
"Surprise,
goes and
motherfucker."
shows up at Double or Nothing. I'm like, really, Stoke? Really?
I'm like,
It's
Stokely,
like-
Stokely, come here.
I'll forgive Uncle Stokely anything. That man could punch me in the face, and I'd be like, "It's okay, Uncle Stokely. I had it.
It's
coming.
all
I
good,
got a-
Uncle
I got
Stokely.
a
We
stupid
still
face.
love
I
you.
get it. It's a
I'm
stupid
mad,
face.
but I still love you, Uncle Stokely. You're
I'm
cool.
okay. I'm okay with
You're
it.
cool.
I ain't even mad. I got a stupid face. I get it.
You
there
cool?
was only one part that I didn't care for at the end of the Jade Anna Jay match. I guess the match was already over.
Okay.
But when Chris Statlander came down and then Athena came down, I looked at the side of the guardrail and the baddies, one very talented wrestler and one really horrible wrestler, was cowering on the floor, curled in the fetal position. Like, wait a minute here.
Man, I missed
These-
that.
They're supposed to be baddies.
All right,
this is-
yeah,
this-
exactly.
this is
and
your-
you're supposed to be
this
the baddie section? What the fuck?
They're supposed
Well,
to be
I was
bitches.
just
What's
like-
happening here?
I was like, what does that do for them?
Right? It's like, but why? I gotta tell you, watching it live, I didn't even notice.
See, and that's the thing is I don't know. I guess I just pick up on stupid shit. I see shit, and I'm just like, why are you in the fetal position against the friggin' ring barrier right now? You should be trying to beat Chris Statlander up. Like, what the fuck?
No, that's a great point. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and watch again. I'm glad you caught it, and I don't doubt it. It's just that makes no fucking sense.
But I feel, you know, that Jade and Anna Jay put on they put on a pretty good match. They really did. It was I didn't have any, I guess I didn't have expectations going into that match, so it kind of exceeded my expectations, I guess I could say, because I didn't really have any. You kind of smell what I'm cooking there?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I do.
No, I totally get that.
So Wendy, what are your thoughts and feelings on Jade and Anna Jay and the Athena debut?
The Jade and Anna Jay match felt a little slow, and I understand the whys of it. You know, they're still a little green. There were some parts. I think someone pointed it out when they were on the top rope and Jade like was hitting Anna Jay, and Anna Jay kept looking back like, "Are we done yet? Are we done yet?" And I was like, "Bitch, just let it happen." Oh my god. I mean,
just drop me on my face already.
Yeah, right. For as green as they are, it wasn't the worst match. You can see they've been improving. They've been working on their craft. And it wasn't the worst of matches. I was actually invested in it. I just wish it was a little better paced.
I wonder if we all agree on the worst match.
I think we do. We do.
We rarely do, but we might. Yes.
Oh, Wendy, what are your feelings on Athena showing up?
Oh, on Athena, I'm really excited at the potential of that. Like, that's going to be some great matches there because that bitch is good. Like, she can fucking go.
She's damn
good. She was
good.
highly underrated and underutilized in WWE. That is a fucking missed opportunity. And excuse me, I think this is definitely her time and her chance to fucking show up and show out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
Dom. Yes, thoughts on the match and thoughts on Athena showing up. What do you got for everybody there, Haas?
Oh wow. Well, the match itself was pretty good. Like, obviously, both of these women are still some shade of green. Like, you saw Jade; she's still half green. You can tell by the hair. And Anna has worked her way up, but these women are both very young, very early in their careers, and you can see the arc heading in the right direction. So, yeah, it wasn't the best match in the world, but it wasn't the worst either. It certainly wasn't close to the worst on this card. And Athena showing up, like, I was hoping, and obviously didn't work out this way, but I was hoping we would get Athena and Mia Yim in AEW just to provide that veteran presence, you know, that attitude that would kind of rub off on some of these other women like Anna Jay and you know, Athena working with Jade. I'm sure a lot of that'll rub off on her too, and just kind of like bring these women up a notch so you couldn't really so no matter what they could not be denied. You know what I'm saying? And some of the younger talent could actually like work their way back up, but I'm glad Athena's here. I really am. I mean, after all that shit on Twitter that Brucey brought up in our episode between Athena and Jade, I had to see him fight. And we are gonna see him fight. So I could not be more fucking excited. After that feud just on social media, like that feud is better than some matches.
So will Athena be the first?
Oh, he missed the Flanders reaction, but he's here. What's happening, my devious homie?
Hey, Ivan.
West Coast fan.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you think Athena is going to be the first former WWE talent in the women's division to hold a title?
Yes, I can see it happening.
Do you think she'll be the first, or do you think it'll be Toni Storm?
No, I see her. I see Athena being.
You see Athena?
I think it'll be her. I could almost see Athena being the one that ends the streak.
Oh yeah, Hundo P.
It would be a little bit out of the ordinary for them to just get somebody off of an E roster and immediately just here's your title, but that would also kind of spice things up too. You know, throw a curveball in. So I kind of see her being the first person to beat Jade.
Okay.
It's definitely the toughest competition she's had.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move on to the worst match on the entire card. And that was the trios match with Sammy, the mixed trios match
Ugh.
with Sammy and Kaz with Ty
What the fuck
Conti
was going on
Is this
there?
thing
versus
sharp enough? Can I just?
the Men of the
Right.
Year and Paige Van Zant.
Oh.
I mean, Paige wasn't that bad.
No, she did
no,
alright. She did alright. She held her
For
own.
it being her first match, she wasn't that bad.
Yeah, for
Obviously,
being a professional wrestler.
CCW trained her well. Shouts.
Yeah, they did.
Like they had her ready for that, and she looked very good. So I
Mhm.
can't knock that. But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, guys,
What was the fucking point?
We had 5 heels and 1 face
like
in this
filler.
6-man match.
It was like
I don't
the shittiest
understand.
filler ever.
But here's the thing: if you're gonna have something
really did,
stupid like
Mac.
that to be the filler, why the fuck wouldn't you have FTR put the ROH tag titles on the line? Or I know, Dom, what we discussed in when we were talking about this. Why not have Andrade debut Roosh and take the AAA titles
Yeah.
from FTR?
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that would have been so much better.
I mean, Los
I
Ingobernables in AEW first and foremost. Fuck yeah.
Exactly, and I know that Andrade is on his honeymoon, and it was
I think
probably
they recorded that
pre-recorded.
segment.
It was
and he
pre-recorded.
wasn't there.
Yeah,
but if they could have, I would have rather had that. Hell, again,
I
we
would
were
have
talking about.
I would have rather the Hookhausen match be on there, and then that fucking mixed trios match
Move to
be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be one way. But you know how we talked about the pure title match being on Dark? Take that off Dark, put it here, take that trios match, put it on fucking Dark.
Yeah.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
I know Wheeler Yuta had other commitments in Japan and that sort of thing, but I'm just saying, if you could have done it, then you should have done it here, and you should have moved this match completely off TV. Because at first I'm watching it and I don't remember the stipulations. I'm thinking if Sammy loses, he can't get a shot. So now obviously he's turning heel and everybody else is a heel, but Kaz is going to go after Sky later. And then once they lose, I realize he can't go after Sky either. And now I'm like, okay, this makes no fucking sense.
None whatsoever. None.
The only sense it makes is that as long as Sky holds the title, we know Sammy Guevara and Kaz aren't going to get another title shot.
This is true.
True.
So
it gives other
so
people
that means
opportunity.
Exactly.
That means
It gives
people like
Lance Archer
Dante
another chance
Martin
to
tonight.
fail.
Like people like Dante Martin are going to get a shot at Sky tonight instead of Kaz again, or Sammy for the I don't know how manyth time. And that is cool, but oh my god, that match was just horrible.
That match was PG, pure garbage. Lols, Devin. Lols. Amen.
It means
yes, facts.
it means that the Redeemer can get his title back and make that fucking thing mean something.
Oh my god, I was trying to hold on to that.
Right.
Oh my god. Again, Flanders reaction.
Oh my god, I was so happy Wednesday night.
Oh my God,
back
yeah.
to Double or Nothing.
He looks so good too. Okay, back to Double or Nothing.
He married Bill too.
Yeah.
And he killed Johnny Elite, so I know Bruce was happy. Anyway, Double or Nothing.
Yes, Double or Nothing.
So moving on past
We're
that
such
shit
fucking
match.
marks.
You really are, Jesus.
Am I allowed to use that word? Is that okay?
Yeah. Let's talk about the amazing match that had absolutely zero build, and what build they had was fucking trash. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. Oh my god, this match slapped from the first bell to the last bell.
Those women.
And I knew it was gonna. But god damn, it was rough watching that build. Oh my god. And that's the thing. Y'all know I love Thunder Rosa. You know I have plenty of love for Serena Deeb. But every time they opened their mouth live on Dynamite, I went, will you please shut the hell up?
Serena Deeb may be an Oakton Cougar, but she did damn good that night. She fucking rocked it.
She did. Lord knows that woman is not very good with a live promo, but in the
Oh,
ring,
Jesus, no.
she will fuck your shit up.
But here's the thing.
Much like myself, she is a product of Northern Virginia public education. They don't teach us this shit. They don't fucking teach us this shit.
But the thing is she's actually had some really good promos in her time in AEW. She's had
Yeah.
some really good promos.
But when
So
you think
we
back
know
to
she
them,
can
a
cut
lot of them are like pre-recorded, or she comes out and cuts a quick promo before like those 5-minute challenges with a jobber. She never did anything like in depth until this build, and it showed.
Oh yeah.
Like somebody needs the two of them need to go talk to Britt Baker and get some tips.
Okay.
Britt definitely learned quite a bit. I think also
Yeah.
like I don't know where I was going with that thought. That derailed. I don't know what happened with my brain
the
right
show.
Yeah, I told y'all. I told you too, Brian. Thunder Rosa and Sarita Deeb put on a clinic. They
I
deserve.
knew
They
they
both
would.
deserve
That's
so much
fucking
better.
piss.
We all knew they would. We just had to hang in there through those promos, which was not easy. But once you got the Double or Nothing, it was all worth it.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because when you expect a banger and then you come out and you get blown away by the banger, that's rare. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened with these two.
Oh, absolutely.
So last match we're gonna talk about.
Oh boy.
Wendy.
And
Bruce.
then we could talk about the Redeemer. No, okay.
Wendy.
Bruce.
Wendy.
Bruce. Dom.
Wendy.
Earmuffs. Earmuffs. Wendy,
What am I?
earmuffs.
What am I? A toddler? What am I? A fucking
Do I
toddler?
need to hit it one more time?
Earmuffs, Wendy.
Ugh. Earmuffs,
Wendy, earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
Let's talk about the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. I told you to put earmuffs on.
It's kind of hard when
Here,
you're wearing earbuds.
I'm sorry. I hit the wrong one for Wendy that time. Let me do this on Wendy's behalf real quick.
Yes, Devin, you're
opinions.
absolutely right. Sorry.
Oh,
Devin's
yeah,
right.
no, I
He's
agree
right.
with
No, that's true. Like Gorilla
Like, their live
Position
promos are
pre-recorded bangers. In the
Uh-huh.
ring with a live mic, not so much.
I think that's where my thought was going. but
We
it just
all
kinda, like,
agree with you
went.
there, Devin. We've been
100%.
saying that the entire time they've been having
I'll
these
go pee, Marianne.
promos
I'll go
leading
pee.
into.
All right, Wendy.
Yeah, Bruce.
Give me your thoughts on the AEW
Take a
World
steaming
Heavyweight
pile of
Championship match.
I may be in the fuck CM Punk camp, but I will give
What?
credit where credit is due. They put on a damn good match. I was so into it. I was distracted at first by like some shit, and then I sat there like, oh my holy fuck, like what the fuck even is this? This is great. So I will give credit where credit is due. The man put on a good show with Hangman. It was a solid match through and through. I fucking enjoyed it. I'm not happy with the result, but fuck it, I get it. You know, Fuck
I
'em.
can't.
fuck him.
My brain is broken after what she did. Did she just? I know she said fuck him at the end, or at least I think, because my brain broke. But did she
Yeah.
just say nice things about Punk?
Yeah. She did.
I will do that before I ever acknowledge Reigns. No apologies, Devin. Hashtag not sorry. Never sorry. To quote Pam Blanco.
Okay, she gotta get a laugh for that.
I'll be here all
Okay.
night, folks. Tip your waitresses.
Okay.
And that's what I think about that. Boom.
Well,
I'm looking for signs of stroke because I think she broke my brain. I'm like, what?
I still stroke. Fuck off.
with
I'm old. Okay, I'm old.
my feet now freezing because hell has frozen
It's
over.
frozen over.
Um,
Look, there goes a
Fuck
flying
up.
pig. Fuck.
Dom, let's see if you can heat the building back up again here. What's
Oh
your
my
thoughts
God.
on the
You want me to
AEW World
follow that? There is
Championship?
no way. But I'll try. I mean, the match itself, like, yeah, I was. Part of me was like on the edge of my seat, wondering what the fuck was going to happen. part of me was kind of shocked that Punk won the match, and part of me was thinking like, can either of you pull off a buckshot lariat in this match? Because you're trying.
Bruh,
You're
I
fucking
died.
trying.
Once
And
I
they would
tried it,
stop
almost ate
mid
shit, I
flip
fucking
and just
died.
look at each other and then put an arm up.
Mhm,
What the fuck is going on? What is this?
There
There's
was
like
that.
a
There was that. That
pause.
was
Yes.
lols.
It's like the movie Click, and somebody's in the back in Gorilla going like this, and they just I don't get it. But that was my small critique. Now I'm shocked because I have said over and over again on the show, including last week, that MJF would take the title from Hangman. So I am shocked that this happened. But at the same time, and please, Wendy, again, earmuffs. I'm kind of happy. Not that I'm happy for me. I'm happy because clearly Lil Psycho did not see this. It happened at 12:30 at night. This motherfucker was in bed. And if he wasn't, I'd have killed him. So I didn't say anything. I didn't spoil it. I didn't do nothing. So we're sitting down together on the couch watching Dynamite. And who kicks off the show? CM Punk with the world title. He comes out with Pretty Platinum, and my son lost his fucking mind. You have to remember, this is the man that made my child a wrestling fan. He came in during the pipe bomb, during the title change from Cena, walking out, the whole night. When he was little, and kids were being blamed by JR and the King for chanting "Let's go Cena." My son's on the couch going, CM Punk. So when he saw that and his face lit up and he had his Flanders moment, I'm officially cool with it.
You know, to be honest, if my little man's happy, I'm happy with him. That's all.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
all that fucking
kind
matters
of
to
like,
me.
I'm shocked that it happened. I was waiting for all the hate and the WWE light tweets and, everything that we were going to get from this. And then I saw that, and now I don't care.
No, if he's happy, I'm happy. That's all that matters to me.
Even Brian said, Wendy said nice things about Punk. Yep, we truly are in the Twilight Zone. Apocalypse is coming, y'all. Be ready.
You know what? Fuck it. Punk can eat shit. There, I said it.
You can't take it back now. It's on
Listen.
tape.
That whole plate was Roman Reigns.
It's out there.
We've got video evidence that you said nice stuff. So
I could literally go to the
Sorry.
live stream and clip
Take
it
it
right
all
now
back.
and play it
Take it all
back.
Take all of it back. Take it all
you
of
want me
it.
to?
We're not taking Jack back.
Shit, all of
You
it.
know what we're gonna take? We're gonna take the time to get High Class's opinion on this match.
Let's do it.
I agree with both of you guys. Dom, with those weak ass buckshots that didn't quite set up well.
Wait
But
for it.
overall, the match was great. Had me on the edge of my seat. I'm glad that Punk won, because this is a great segue into the next segment, because MJF is going to take that title from him.
Yes, the fuck he is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said it. MJF is going to take the title from CM Punk.
I was waiting for the words. Yeah, you know that guy with your title? I beat him twice.
In one night.
In the same night in his hometown.
In Chicago.
Chi-town. Well,
No, it's totally being set up for MJF to take the title from CM Punk. There's been a story out, Punk basically said, he doesn't want a year-long title reign. He doesn't want to break the record. He wants a short run, but in that run, he wants to put over young talent. He wants a young up-and-coming talent to take the title
Right.
from him. What
Right.
better and more deserving person than MJF? Now, speaking of the wrestling god, the 26-year-old fucking prodigy of professional wrestling, let's talk about the greatest fucking promo in the last fucking decade.
We can't even call it a pipe bomb. We call that MJF's nuclear bomb.
That
Atom
I
bomb.
wa-
whatever you
I-
want to call it.
listen, I watched the promo again before we came on the air tonight, so I would have it
I watched it a few
fresh.
times myself.
Fresh up here. Show me the lies.
Yeah.
Show
I
me
think
the
that's
lies.
a unanimous
This was
thought.
the expression I had the whole time. I was like, the fuck? Yeah. I was shook as
I mean, everything that he said on that mic in that promo, I listened and I nodded and I went, he's not wrong.
Look, you know he's 100% fucking nailing it on the head. When he starts cutting his promo, the crowd is chanting, "Shut the fuck up." In the beginning of his promo. By the end of the promo, every motherfucker in that building was clapping, standing, hooting, and hollering for MJF. Now, my scenario playing this out, going back to Double or Nothing. Max took the 10 power bombs, right? He took the power bombs, got stretchered out. Well, he was supposed to be written off then. I guarantee that's how it was supposed to go. Is he was supposed to be written? He was supposed to be written off.
It felt
then,
that way.
it definitely.
You know, and then little birdie came out on Monday Night Raw, said a few things. All of a sudden, MJF's going to be at Dynamite on Wednesday. That is part of the reason that I feel this is a work, because they let him come back after such a severe beating and being stretchered out. Tony let him come back to cut this promo. This promo, from start to finish, was him truly spilling his fucking guts.
Yeah.
Now, I still do believe it's a work, and I maybe those frustrations really are there, but Max likes to feed the trolls.
He does.
Well, yeah.
He is a fucking troll. He's
He
the biggest fucking troll, and I love it.
We mean that with all the respect in the world, Max.
With all the love.
All of it. All of it. You are a huge fucking troll, and we love you.
The Long Island troll, yeah?
Pretty much.
Lols.
Now, before we move on to the clip that we have after the camera stopped rolling after the promo, we'll get there in a second.
Yeah.
Wendy. Actually, no.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna start with you, Dom.
Wow.
I'm gonna start with you on this one. I just realized that I've really been starting with Wendy all freaking night.
You really have. What a gentleman.
I
happens a
have.
lot.
I know. I missed you. I missed you.
We missed you. We.
Aw, I miss you guys too.
You know we love you.
Love you guys
Dom,
so much.
give me your thoughts on where this is going.
Oh.
Is it a work or is it a shoot? And what are your thoughts?
You know, like I said, when I saw Double or Nothing and I saw what happened to him, I immediately thought, well, that's the end of MJF here. And then he came back, and okay. And it didn't really feel, at least when he showed up, like he was supposed to be in the ring. You know, like his music played, he looked around a little bit. I thought maybe he was going to come out and like break character, say thank you. No. Immediately goes to just roasting Tony Khan and the AEW roster. And
Bruh, he fucking burned them. Roasting is
Again.
an understatement.
again, you know, he's not wrong. Like, he can do more with his mouth than somebody else will ever be able to do with their flippy shit. That's a fact.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of the people in the locker room probably don't like that, but they can't. They don't talk like him. They don't walk that walk. They don't do half the shit that MJF does. Yeah. They just try to be extra in other ways. So at that point, you're not wrong. But as he was going, I mean, as soon as the first time he looked in the camera with the microphone and said, "Tony, fire me," I went, "No!" Like, at that point, if it's a work, I am like this, okay? Because he is being so I mean, regardless of what MJF does, when he tries to be a heel, he can get you to fucking hate his guts in half a second.
Oh,
When he comes out Long Island, he's got the crowd right here.
yep.
So of course, even if this is a work, you're not going to know because you're going to have to watch him to figure it out, and he's not going to give you a single tell. Like even, like Bruce said about the clip, even after the mic was cut off and after they switched to something, a fan caught a clip of what happened in the ring,
Yeah.
and even then, it's like if this is a work, this is a beautiful fucking work.
It really fucking is.
This sets up what I'm gonna elaborate how I feel the story should go.
Okay,
Play it, cut it,
Gotcha.
roll it, flip it.
Do it.
hold up.
And reverse
Monkey's
it.
in the truck. Hit the goddamn clip. For God's sake, he left the scarf in the ring.
Punk came out with one shoe.
And
So-
Punk is walking out with one boot on. Like, this is... I'm sorry. Him leaving the scarf in the ring has me sadder than when Cody took his boot off. You remember that
this
shit?
was
Because
a
then he got
good
kicked
song.
in the head. And that's a different story.
Yeah,
But-
that shit was funny.
The scarf in the ring?
Bruh.
So-
The one boot? It's like, if this is a work, this is... fucking
getting very well
epic.
done. It's getting very
So
well
here's my payout to this fucking amazing storyline that MJF is laying down. We saw that clip where Punk came out.
done. Yes.
MJF left.
Mhm.
Right.
This is how and MJF's gonna stay gone. This is how I see Punk's title reign going. He is going to be wrestling a bunch of young, homegrown AEW talent, putting them over, but still winning. Kind of
Mhm.
like what Cody used to do.
Yeah,
Cody
yeah.
would always take the win, but he'd always make sure that the other person looked good in the ring.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
that's what
mhm.
CM Punk's going to do with all these young guys and elevate them.
I can
There's
see
going
that.
to
Okay.
there's going to come a time where he's going to say, I've beaten them all except for one. Max, I'm calling you out.
Ooh,
I'm
fuck
calling
yeah.
you out, Max.
Ooh.
He does it for a couple of weeks. Max finally comes back, says, I don't work here, and tells him to go fuck himself. And then security basically starts coming out, and then Punk stops security and makes a match with MJF. Then, therefore, MJF will take the title and do the CM Punk Money in the Bank.
Walk out.
Take the belt, go through the crowd, mwah, blow a kiss to Punk in the ring, and walk away with the belt. And therefore, we'll have a walkout with the title. Obviously, MJF's that motherfucker's probably already got his money in his contract. and
I
they're
was
just
thinking that
fucking-
too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They're just working the
This
hell
is how
out
they're
of it.
going to announce
They
his
really fucking are.
extension at some point, is
Mhm.
by leading us through this storyline and having him, sign it on national TV with the title in his hand.
I'd make a
I
whole
can see
show of
that
it.
too. And again, by the way, I know I already said it, but I'm going to say it on air. Happy birthday again, Brian. We love you.
Yes.
I'm glad you had a good birthday and you got to see the atom bomb, as you call it, on the same
Brian.
day, and he's still feeling the fallout.
Yeah, bruh, yes.
But I don't know if you guys have noticed this lately, but we spent a lot of time after Max brought it up talking about the pillars of AEW, the homegrown guys.
Yes,
Have you noticed they've all kind of plateaued?
a little.
Like
bit.
Darby rarely wins a match anymore. Jungle Boy is still in the tag team with the titles. Sammy is a heel, but he's not on that inner circle level heel. He's just
He's not
a heel.
He's not a good heel. He's not a fun heel. He's like a shitty.
Yeah. He's a sloppy kissing shit eater every week.
Oh,
He
so
makes
gross.
Dan Lambert lovable. Okay.
Oh my God, right.
So these guys have kind of hit that glass ceiling, and I feel like if this is a work, it's MJF's way of punching through that glass ceiling and saying, like, I'm more than just this guy that does the lashings and the cage matches and gets my ass kicked. I'm more than that. I'm your next champion.
Out of the 4 pillars, how many of them have been champions?
I mean, Sammy's been TNT a bunch of
3.
times. Darby
Oh,
has.
I thought you meant like the champion.
I thought you meant
No.
like the champ, but as far as
how many of them
3
have
of them,
held titles?
Who have held a title.
They've had
in
3.
Who
Who
hasn't?
3 of them have held a title.
dude,
MJF
MJF.
has that fucking ring.
Our almighty wrestling god MJF.
Exactly. I'd be fucking pissed too. When you're drawing all that money and you're bringing all that viewership in, and you've got these other guys that don't bring in a quarter of the numbers that
again-
you do and put the asses in the seats.
And again, say what you want. MJF's words, not mine. Half of them can't lace his boots.
And you know what?
That's the
Here's thing about-
WWE.
Here's the thing about MJF.
No,
Here's
that
thing
was the
about MJF,
roster
though.
too.
Here's the thing about MJF though. He doesn't even fucking need that title. He
No,
doesn't
he
really
doesn't.
fucking need it. But he would fucking be so great with it. Like
Uh-huh.
I fucking love a good heel
Oh,
champ.
yeah.
Yeah.
He would be that heel champ. I need it on him. Make it
Mhm.
so,
But again,
Tony.
None, Brucey, earmuffs. If you
Easy.
think the tribal chief is a good heel with those titles, wait till
No.
you get a load of MJF.
No, I don't.
Nah,
I'm just
he's
saying.
good.
If I said if, I know you don't. I get you don't. I
Him
don't know
and
if any
Punk
of
can
us.
need a whole
I kind of.
Oh shit.
But if you think, wait till you see MJF holding Pretty Platinum,
Fucking gold.
now
It's gonna be fucking unstoppable.
Stop.
and you will say 2 words: tribal who.
stop and think about this for just fathom this. After that promo, I said at the beginning of it, the crowd was chanting, "Shut the fuck up."
Shut the fuck
Yes,
up.
they were.
Yeah, and they
At
were.
the end of it, everyone was applauding and cheering for Max.
And chanting MJF. Yeah.
Is this a babyface tweener turn for MJF when he comes back? Punk is an actual heel and the savior of AEW. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with MJF.
Secretly, Bruce does. No, he doesn't, Devin. He
No,
really
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He really
Oh,
fucking
I'm, I'm so glad you're back, Devin.
I miss it with Devin. I really do.
I miss Devin. I miss Wendy. I feel like we're home. You know,
we need like a big reunion show.
we really do. We really
And-
do.
I listen. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Don't bullshit me and say what you think I want to hear.
Okay.
Who's the real face of AEW? Who's the real face of AEW?
I mean, at a point it was Kenny Omega, but when you look at it now, like
The
Currently.
guy
say
that wears
Punk.
this.
Yeah, currently it's MJF.
But
MJF
really, when
is the
when you
he's
think about it,
homegrown,
it's
he's-
MJF.
He's the face of AEW. Whether you want it, whether anyone wants to admit it or not right now, he is the face of AEW. He's bigger than the world champion. I'm sorry. He is.
He's who everyone thinks about. Like when you think AEW, that's like the first name you think of.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, go back to last week, and I was not thinking. I said it. Punk's not going to win this title because Hangman has to keep it in order for MJF to take it and go back to that original Double or Nothing rivalry and kickstart that. Because Page was the one that basically screwed him out of being in the first title match with Jericho.
Yeah, he did.
So it would have made perfect sense for MJF to come back, work his way into the title picture, screw Hangman to get revenge, and win his first championship, let alone a world title. So now it's like, you know what level I'm on? Don't even throw that TNT belt my way. Don't paint it in Burberry. I gives no fucks.
I would like to see that though.
A Burberry title.
I'm
A
not gonna
Burberry
lie.
TNT champion.
That
I
would be
would buy
kind of cool
one.
though. That would be.
I'd
I gotta
buy
say,
kinda sick.
I think Sky with the purple and gold belt. That's beautiful.
Oh, that's
that is
fucking
that is-
sick.
mwah.
I'd buy the Burberry title.
Yeah.
I'd
Duh.
spend the 600. I'd spend the 600 and say fuck it.
I can't even stop at duh. I have to go to fucking duh. it warranted that response.
No, Devin.
Oh, man.
I think we'll get a Hangman Punk rematch with Punk going over.
I mean, you
I
gotta,
would
you gotta give Hangman that rematch.
I would
He's
love
not
to
gonna
see
get it.
heel Punk. Yes, please. I love Punk as a fucking heel.
I would love to see like another Hangman CM Punk match, and then
Yeah.
MJF just kind of fuck him and be like, "That shit ain't yours. That shit's mine now."
I'd love to see
I'm taking
one with
what's
like
fucking
a.
mine.
I would love to see one with a perfectly executed buckshot lariat, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
We're not gonna see MJF again until All Out.
Yeah, it'll be a hot minute.
Okay,
We're not gonna see him until
see that.
close to All Out. That's when
can
we're
see
gonna
that.
see him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Tony lets him work some indie dates just to make it look
we're
like
doing this. You know,
I'll
we
make it
keep
seem
going
real
back
legit,
to.
legit.
We keep going back to Punk. We keep going back to Punk. This is Punk 2.0 on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe Max and I know Devin's in the crowd. We got some Chicagoans here, and I apologize. Earmuffs. Maybe Max is actually a better talker than CM Punk.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
I can see it. Hell yeah.
I'll do it as you hot.
I'm trying to be nice. Like I said, Brian's from Chicago. Devin's from Chicago. I'm trying to be nice. I'm leaving it there. Maybe he's a little bit better on a stick than CM Punk.
When have we ever cared about people not liking our opinions? Since when did we start caring?
Never.
It's Devin and Brian. These aren't people. You know, these are like. I'm trying to be good. You know,
it could be the good Lord Jesus Christ himself, and I'll be like, "You're wrong, my man."
The corporate champion, yes,
or a new version.
Just business for Punk. He said that to Hangman, like, this isn't personal. This is just business. That leads right into. Yeah, I could see that. Yep. I could see that completely.
100%.
So we got two more mini segments. Actually, this next part kind of goes with the whole MJF promo and everything that we've been talking about, and then we've got a question from Chris, and we're gonna shut this bitch down after that.
Shut it down.
So the Wizard himself, Chris Jericho, took to Twitter today to talk about my boy, the wrestling god, 26-year-old prodigy, the Burberry wearing MJF.
I knew he was going to make the show about MJF. I just knew.
He said, for the record.
Brace yourselves, Grandma. MJF topics are coming.
Brace.
The Wizard, Chris Jericho, because he throws fireballs.
I thought you were talking about Becky Lynch for a minute. My bad.
For the record, AEW is the and mind you, he's staying in full gimmick while he's typing this. For the record, AEW is the best sports entertainment company I've ever worked for. And Tony Khan is the best boss I've done business with. If certain talents feel they're undercompensated, maybe you're not as good as you think you are. Go elsewhere, please, in all caps. You'll be begging to come back. So here's the thing.
Again, he's not wrong either.
by Jericho using the sports entertainment line, it's a work. It just makes it even more of a work in a storyline. If he was being dead ass serious, he wouldn't have put the sports entertainment company in there.
All I got to that Jericho tweet just made me think because he's with us. See, Devin, it's like we said, they're the same.
Fuck you. No, they're not. Wendy.
Bruce.
Wendy.
Bruce.
Wendy.
Bruce.
Lady.
Really?
Dude.
Gentleman.
My brother. What are your thoughts and feelings? Is it rest in peace or oh Wendy? I don't know. Wendy.
I hit Wendy.
What are your
I don't even know what rest in peace is.
What are your thoughts and comments on Jericho adding his 2 cents to the whole MJF promo?
Fucking funny, dude.
It's hilarious.
Like, he is really riling people up, and it's fucking hysterical. Like, but he was always good at that. He was always good at like getting people pissed off about stupid shit. You know, it's fucking hysterical, and it's. I love his little adding fuel to the fire. I think it's fucking hysterical. I think it's great, and I think it definitely. It may not push the story forward, but it definitely adds a new element to it. I definitely enjoy it. I think it's good. I'm
Mhm.
like, keep it up. Keep it up, you fucking weirdo with the hair plugs and the lipo. I love it.
And those god awful pants.
Got that bald patch back here. You got to work on that. You got to
Well,
maybe
Speaking-
Santana be
speaking-
helping him with that. You know,
Exactly.
Mm.
Next Wednesday,
he'll end up looking like me.
on Beach Break, a hair for hair match.
I'm hyped about that.
Jericho versus Ortiz.
Santana can't be losing those locks, man. That needs to be
Yeah,
Jericho.
man, that's some beautiful hair right there. I'm mad jelly. I'm like, I want that.
It'd be,
But
it'd
Jericho-
be it'd be
Jericho
Ortiz
losing his hair already.
hair.
Okay,
hair.
let's just be real. And rightfully
That
so.
bald
He's in
patch
his
back there.
50s, and Jericho's lived that rock star life. But Jericho was losing his hair already. You might as well shave that shit. Santana cannot be losing all that long, luxurious hair.
He looks so weird with a shaved head. I don't think I
Mhm.
could get used to Jericho without hair.
I mean, it's probably not gonna get shaved. They're probably gonna like hack it badly, and
Yeah,
then he's
but-
gonna end up with like a weird JoJo Siwa cut or something.
Like,
like
he used to
he-
have when he
He
cut his
had
hair
that short
short.
cut. Yeah,
Yeah,
when he had
like
that weird
the
short cut.
Kevin O, like the
Yeah, with the weird like I'm a
the something about Mary Sprigg in the front.
Yeah,
you know,
That shit.
that
All
kind
right,
of
Dom.
shit.
What,
He's
He's
got
got a
what are your-
whole
what are
slew
your-
of
what are your
youngins to give him
feelings?
cream of some young guys. So
Wow, he's a wizard.
Fireball.
What are your feelings on Jericho chiming in on this? Does it make it more of a work and more of a storyline, or is this just Jericho being Jericho?
Honestly, I think this is just Jericho being Jericho, and I love him for it. I wish he would go back and do like an homage when he sends out a tweet to like his 1004 moves, and at the end of every tweet, just put the word armbar.
hashtag it too. Just hashtag.
Hashtag armbar for no apparent reason, just because it was on that list. So many
Just because. That would be-
veteran fans know what I'm talking about. These guys know what I'm talking about. But
I know
but
what you're talking Oh shit.
I believe this is just Jericho being Jericho, chiming in on the hot moment and
Oh,
making it
1000%.
about him.
Yes.
Because it wasn't really like he was talking about Matt. He was trying to push the sports entertainment envelope. He was trying to push him and the Jericho Society and all this stuff that he's doing in AEW.
His boy band.
He give a fuck if Max leaves or not.
No, he really could not care any fucking less.
If Max leaves, it's one more guy at the top gone. That's all he gives a shit about.
Pretty
You
much.
know, maybe he'll get one more year in the sun with his newly shaved head and becoming the next Kurt Angle.
Jericho doing this trash talking is kind of like when you're kids and you're trying to annoy like that one sibling and you're like, I'm not touching you.
No, I do. Sibling, I do that
That's
shit
what
to
it
my
is.
wife.
I'm not touching you. I do that
Exactly.
too. I do that too. Kathy's like, just don't touch me. I'm like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Exactly.
Number 5.
This
Ding,
is
ding,
what that
ding.
tweet is. This is Jericho's tweet version of it.
Yeah, it really
Okay.
is. And kudos. I mean, this is what Jericho does. Jericho's been doing this since before social media, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Like MySpace wasn't around when Jericho hit.
No, he was not. Hell,
Kevin
fucking
knows what he's-
internet wasn't even really
Internet
around
wasn't-
when he
That's
hit.
something to do it. Well, maybe by the
That makes
Y2K
me
part,
feel
but
really
yeah,
old.
you and me both, bro.
He is so good at taking that like in-ring psychology and applying it to social media.
Mhm.
Because
I
that's some shit talking you would do on the mic.
You want to know something that makes you feel old? When Jericho talked about getting booked by ECW and how he had to call Paul Heyman from a payphone in Canada, I was watching this in a communal group and somebody went, "What's a payphone?" I'm gonna go home now.
What?
I'm gonna go home.
I know what a fucking payphone is. Are you fucking
I'm gonna
kidding
take
me?
my old ass home. Where's my walker?
Oh my
That's
god.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard that. That was a thing that happened, and it almost broke my brain as badly as Wendy saying something nice about CM Punk.
Bro, I found an
Yeah.
old wallet of mine recently and it actually had a
A
little
CM
pocket
Punk
labeled.
logo
No, better. It had a little pocket labeled payphone change and I found 2 quarters in it.
with the CM Punk label on the front.
Absolutely. One of them had George Washington painted up to
had
look
the
like CM
fist.
Punk.
Hell
Little
yeah.
X's. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's what
Fuck
I'm
yourself.
talking about.
Go fuck yourself.
Maybe
Punch a
later.
PCP and eat shit.
Not on camera. We'll get that ain't gonna.
Wow.
We'll get canceled. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll have to go to
Wow.
OnlyFans.
Right?
I don't have the body for that.
We'll be the best wrestling
I don't either.
podcast on OnlyFans.
We're
I
not going
certainly
to show
don't have.
anything. We're going to be on OnlyFans, but we're not going to show anything. We're just going to like put on extra layers. All you'll see is our
Yeah.
eyes. That's it.
I could maybe bring my wife in a bikini. Will that help? Like, you don't want to see this.
No, we gotta be the anti OnlyFans on OnlyFans.
Like, all right, OnlyFans, here's my hernia scars.
Just be super covered up and be weird about it.
All right, Dom, you got that question from Chris?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Because
I
it
guess
kind
we'll
of
go
ties
into
in with
the-
everything that we've been talking.
Yeah,
to-
we talked.
talking
We obviously
about
talked a
anyway.
lot about MJF. We brought up Thunder Rosa, and Chris had asked yesterday. Let's see. Here's the topic of the show. With the likes of MJF and now Thunder Rosa reportedly having frustrations with AEW, do you think this could potentially hurt any chances at signing future talent that aren't previously linked to?
Huh? What? You there?
Yeah, he's there now.
Hang on.
No.
You froze up for like a split second.
All right, you there?
Yeah. Sorry, storm in the area. My internet blinked. Do I need to read the question again, or?
No,
The
just
end
the
of
last
it.
bit.
It's the end.
Oh,
of
okay.
it.
He was basically asking, would
Son of a bitch.
He
Where'd
was
he
asking
go?
if it would affect AEW. And
Say
we're
that
not-
again, because you were just
Yeah.
talking to yourself. Now you're back.
your viewers can't see you? No shit. How about you stop fucking with my stream? Like, God
Alright.
damn it.
Well, we're all back now.
No, yeah. Let's hope it stays that way. Okay, so the end of the question
Take three.
was, with the frustrations, do you think that this could potentially hurt any chances at signing future talent that aren't previously linked to WWE?
No, not at all.
No.
And the only reason why I say that is because WWE's taken more college kids and untrained wrestlers than indie stars because they don't want to retrain and have to break habits. So no,
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to hurt AEW at all.
And Tony
Oh.
doesn't seem like the spiteful kind of person. Like he's not gonna hold this against everyone else. Like he knows. At least this is what I would like to think. I may be wrong. I don't know. This is my opinion. I feel, from my perspective, that he is aware that these disgruntlements are coming from specific people. It's not a generic all indie wrestlers. It's just this one person is not happy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll affect indie stars though.
And first of all, I don't think it's going to affect them signing anyone. And secondly, do we even truly know that these people have issues? Because we've already talked about how MJF's issues are at work. And then when I asked him, because I had honestly not heard the Thunder Rosa had any frustration in AEW. And then he said he learned that from an article from What Culture claiming sources in AEW said. How many times?
When it comes to non-WWE stuff, I don't necessarily trust What Culture because they are so tied into the E.
Just overall, how many times have I said Meltzers are everywhere?
It's like they went to that. It's like they went to that one house that has like the sister or the cousin or the aunt that's always hanging out there that always has the gossip, and they were like, you know, Uncle Sean's brother's sister's cousin's aunt Trudy told Stacy
Uncle's older roommate
that Thunder Rosa wasn't happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those like
we could do that if we wanted to. I could come on here and say, I have a source in AEW that told me that, Dustin Rhodes is going to win the AEW title on Dynamite. Nobody told me shit. I just made that up. But if I come on here and I tell you that, people who are fans of Dustin Rhodes might actually believe me and tune into Dynamite to see him beat CM Punk. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Doesn't mean it's true. Just means I claimed a source and I said it.
Now, do I think Thunder Rosa would have the right to be upset? Absolutely.
Yeah, she should be
Because
upset.
here's the thing with Thunder Rosa. She is very big on speaking out and getting women's wrestlers the same treatment as men.
Yes, absolutely.
She's
She
been
has a whole promotion about.
she's been known to go to indie shows, and if women don't have their own dressing room, she says she will not
Yeah.
compete when she's the headlining woman if the women
like she said, Thunder Rosa has an entire women's promotion of her own.
Mhm.
Mission
And
Pro
a lot
Wrestling.
of those
check it out.
women have already been featured on Dark and Dynamite and Rampage, including Red Velvet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
so
Oh my
that's
gosh,
why I'm
she's
saying, like,
horrible.
okay, maybe she is, but she literally got on that show because of Thunder
Yeah.
Rosa. So that's why I'm saying it's harder for me to believe Thunder Rosa's frustrations when they brought her in. They put her in some of the top women's rivalries and matches since she's been there, and they brought her students in and brought them along in the roster and put them on TV and made her a world champion.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard to understand why she would have any frustrations in the first place, let alone if she did, why she would just tell some random source and why that source wouldn't want to be named.
Yeah. Like, the only thing that I could see her being frustrated with is the build for her title match.
Maybe.
That was it.
Maybe
That
but
was
she
it,
kind of
'cause,
had
like,
a hand in that too, you know.
She did, but you know, she's not the one that says, "Hey, this is the time that you get allotted for your build." You
I'm
know,
just saying a lot of the shit that MJF has been denied, Thunder Rosa has gotten, and she came in long after that man. So for
Okay.
her to be frustrated kind of feels like it's not believable. I don't think that she is, but if she was, it's kind of like, really? Come on.
I mean, I could understand. I could understand like if she has certain frustrations, but they make it
yeah, that's what
sound.
I'm saying.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah, I'm totally on the same page with you. But to say that it's frustrations generically like that makes it sound like she's just entirely unhappy. But it's like, you don't know that. You don't know that. Again, I don't
Yeah.
trust what culture when it comes to non-WWE things.
Hey, what's going on? My main man from the Wrestling DeLorean, another league member in the house. I love it.
God damn, people showing up and
You're gonna have to go
Showing
back
out.
in time to the beginning of this show, but you're cool. You're cool. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you got a flux capacitor. Another ECW fan, by the way, too. So we are.
Hey.
all right.
So he knows what a
So-
payphone is.
I bet he does.
I'm sure he does. So, with all of that said, and the amazing show, oh boy,
Oh boy.
okay, nothing.
Oh.
I was just reading. I was reading
Okay.
something. Sorry. So, with all
Okay.
of that being said, I'm gonna let you fuckers know where you can find us. Yes, I said fuckers.
I'm all about
You
it.
can find us in 2 places on Facebook with one name, and that name, Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You can go and find our group. That's where we go on, shoot the shit, have our fun, you know, do our forums, our threads. Again, shoot the shit and have fun. Go on there, join the group, have fun, talk wrestling, shoot the shit, make fun of Dom. You know, that's what we do. and then you can find us also on our
Hook
on
up
our
with
page.
fellow ECW fans like Wrestling DeLorean and I.
Yes. Yes, and then you
Bingo
can
Hall
also-
Kid right here.
You can also find our page at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. That's where we post our clips and our shows and stuff like that. Now that I know I can cut clips from YouTube videos, I'm going to try to get some more stuff out there on that. So, with
Yeah, I'm
that
getting
being
back to it
said,
myself.
you can also find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Let me tell you what, that's just been popping off. We just hit what, 500 followers?
We surpassed, yes.
Surpassed 500 followers. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yes,
And then you can go to the Instagram. You can go to the gram.
the Insta.
The
and
award-winning.
You look up the PWI award-winning worst Instagram handle ever, and that is and that is at
It's coming up right
top _rope _wrestling_talk. Yes, that's where you can find us on the gram.
The
Worst. Hey, Wendy.
Yeah, Bruce.
Hey, Wendy.
Yeah,
Are we
Bruce.
doing this again?
Wendy.
Yeah, Bruce.
There it is. There it is.
You know that's what he was waiting for.
There it is. Why don't you tell the world where they can listen to us?
You can find us on anchor.fm/TRWT. From there, you can find us everywhere. So you can find us wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, whatever, wherever, iHeartRadio, all that shit. You can also find us, if you want to look at these lovely faces, you can find us on the YouTubes under
TRWT,
TRWT,
parentheses,
open parentheses,
Foxton
Jown,
Jown.
JAWN, close parentheses. Yeah, and there you can see our pretty faces. I don't know why I like brain fart every time and forget, but thank you, Dom. You're the man for that. On that note, Dom, where
Yes.
can I find a shirt?
Okay, before that, I got to get into a couple of things. I need to apologize to the audio podcast listeners. Even I learned about this just before the show, and these guys don't even know. Last week I mentioned that Spotify was bringing in videos, and you could see us there as well as the YouTube channel. Well, apparently there's some glitch in that new system, and our audio podcasts have not been coming out for at least 6 weeks.
What the fuck?
I put them up. They just
On Spotify?
gone, like on all our platforms, because they say upload the video, we'll put that on Spotify, and then we'll take the audio, we'll put it everywhere else. But none of it came out. I apologize, guys. If somebody would have said something to me, I would have been all over it. But I just realized, and I went and looked, and even Anchor and Spotify have apologized in emails to me, and I'm sorry. I didn't know until just recently, and I'm going to work out all the glitches and get this episode up and move forward from there, because the last point of business before I get to merch is we are now, once this is in the books, we are now 2 episodes away from 150. Just 2 little episodes left. 2 more weeks.
Dose.
So we're going to try to plan, something, brings people in, have some fun, celebrate that episode. And if any of you out there feel like, sending us some love, I'll bring the clips in. I'll put them together. I'll add them to the show. We'll have fun. We'll have a great time with it. Got that out the way. Now, as Wendy said, for all of our merch, and I do mean all, because there is so many various items. You can fill 22 houses. Go to trwtmerch.threadless.com. Once our shop pops up, you will see our logos. When you click on those logos, you're going to get everything from t-shirts to hoodies to onesies to bath mats, leggings, beach towels, shower curtains, blankets, pillows, magnets, stickers, buttons. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. But to see everything we got, to get yours, go to trwtmerch.threadless.com and buy something, goddammit. Just support your favorite podcast. Will
Buy a shirt.
I could use some money right now. You seen these gas
Buy a
prices?
pillow.
Buy a shirt. And
Buy
thank
a
you.
pillow.
Yes, it is a
Buy a
legendary
bath mat.
handle. It is a legendary
Yes.
Instagram handle, which is why PWI gave it the award for worst ever.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yo, you can get our
Yes.
faces on the throw blanket.
You can. And a
It's
comforter.
It's fucking. Oh, you can't see it. It's like
I can't
so-
see that. I can't see that from here.
Is that better? Kind of.
It's a
yeah.
little better. But yeah, you
yeah.
can get the TRWT3 on like a throw blanket, a comforter, even a pillow, our 3
triple blanket.
faces. So you can take a nap on us if you want.
You can.
But you
can
got to
get
go to trwtmerch.threadless.com and order
You can
today.
get a shower curtain, and we will watch your back as you shampoo your hair and have your eyes.
Yes.
Oh, snap. Thank you. Yes. Please send us a
Hey.
picture. We would love that. He's
Yes.
about to cop a onesie for the newborn. Congratulations.
For the buzz,
And
the
he's
congrats
excited
on the
for
buzz.
150. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. If we can work it out, we'll hit you up, and maybe we'll bring you on with a couple other league members, and we'll just have some fun for 150. We would love to have you. Again,
Sure.
Congratulations on the newborn, my friend. Been there 11 years ago, but been there.
I
Shit.
opted out of that. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
Morgan,
she
Y'all
passed.
can do
Morgan
that for
turns.
me.
Morgan, speaking before we go and getting off the air, because I'm sure he'll watch this. I
Oh,
want to
God.
wish my my big little man, the youngest Morgan, a happy 12th birthday. His birthday is tomorrow.
Wow.
He turns
Happy
the
birthday,
big
Morgan.
I knew it was
12.
coming. I knew it was coming because his birthday is right after Little Psychos, and they're like a
that's
year apart.
right. And then right after my lovely beloved niece Elliot, who just turned 11 and just graduated middle school. No, she graduated elementary. She's going into middle school. Yay, Elliot! Oh,
Same
my
with
babies are
DJ.
getting
Same with
big.
Little Psycho.
Oh, my babies
Headed
getting
off to junior
big.
high. So proud. But like, yes, happy birthday, Little Demon, and all the not so little top rope
I
babies
have an
running
important
around out there.
question, Bruce.
Huh.
Is he taller than me already?
How tall are you?
I'm 5, even.
DJ's getting close.
I
He's 4'8".
I think he's the same height as you.
Okay. Whew, I got 2 more weeks. Sweet. Okay.
DJ's got like 4 inches, and he's caught up to you. He's like 4'8" now.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there. I got
Yeah.
2 more weeks, and they'll both be taller than me.
Yeah, they'll both be taller than you by the end of the month.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
On that
Thank
note-
you.
Yay! Thank you.
Well, with all of that said, the birthday wish is out. Wendy,
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Dom,
Enjoy wrestling. Enjoy Hell in a Cell. And if it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it. Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
deuces, bitches.
Why does it do this to me? Every time I go to hit thanks for tuning in, it wants to jump to the top. All right, bye, y'all.